Hey, what's up guys? It's Sky2Meebo Gaming here, and before this video starts, I need you guys to leave a like and listen closely, cause this could get a little confusing. But before we get into all that, I have the 8th and 9th Pokemon codes for you guys to redeem in Pokemon Sword and Shield. If you go ahead and type in those codes, you'll find yourself with 1 bottle cap from the first code, and 10 Premier Balls from the second. The first code expires February 28th, 2020, and the second one doesn't have a expiration date for some reason, so just go and redeem these codes while you still have the chance. Okay, so this morning we were treated to our first Nintendo livestream of 2020 of the decade, and it was a Pokemon Direct. There is a ton to cover, so let's get started. Back in 2006, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team, and Blue Rescue Team launched for the Game Boy Advance and the DS. Now we find ourselves with a brand new 2020 remake called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Rescue Team DX. The game will be available March 6th, but you can feel free to pre-purchase it today on the eShop. Speaking of the eShop, that's also where you can go and try out the demo right now. Here's where the real excitement starts. Pokemon Sword and Shield will soon be getting an expansion pass that you can purchase from the eShop. Instead of past games where it's set in the same location, the expansion pass allows you to discover new exciting places. And get this, you can just use your own current save data. Now to see what will take place in the expansion pass. Well, let's start with the first one. Yeah, you heard that right. There's 2. The first expansion pass is called the Isle of Armor. This is a gigantic island off the shores of the Galar region, and something this island has to offer is a dojo for Pokemon battles. You'll be the apprentice of Pokemon trainer Mustard, and would you believe it? This is the old bat that trained former champion Leon. As for the new rivals, if you're playing the Isle of Armor, with the expansion pass being for the Pokemon Sword version, you'll have Clara, the poison type user, to train with. Then if you're playing the same expansion pass and have it for Pokemon Shield, your rival will be Avery, who's a psychic type user. The legendary Pokemon that belongs to the Isle of Armor is Cubfu. It's a fighting type that wants to become stronger with dedication. Cubfu will be given to you by dojo trainer Mustard, and the further you go through the training, the sooner you'll get this Pokemon. Once your training is complete, you'll be able to evolve Cubfu into Urshifu. I'm just gonna stop for a minute and say I could not stop laughing when I heard that name. I mean, who names a Pokemon Urshifu? Anyways, back to the info. Urshifu has 2 distinct styles. The first is called Single Strike Style, a fighting and dark type, and the second is the Rapid Strike style, which is a fighting and water type. And guess what? After all of that, Urshifu even has a Gigantamax form. Each style will look different and have a different G-Max move. You can only, however, evolve your Cubfu into one of these Urshifu styles, so pick wisely. Now we have to talk about our starters in the Isle of Armor. Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Inteleon will all be able to be Gigantamaxed. With new forms and new G-Max moves, this will make for some thrilling Pokemon battles. We'll also get brand new moves, charms, and your Apricorns can be made into Pokeballs. Plus new clothes and bike designs too. And is that Gigantamax versions of Venusaur and Blastoise? So we're halfway done. But I still haven't mentioned the second expansion pass. It's called the Crown Tundra. In this snowy, frigid area, people live in small communities and support one another. You'll find temples here and there, and massive trees growing in odd locations. New clothes will be found in the expansion too. Unlike Mustard in the Isle of Armor, at the moment, there isn't any professor for the Crown Tundra, but it does state that, quote, a certain person will appoint you as the leader of their exploration team in the Crown Tundra. So maybe that does mean that there'll be a professor. Just unannounced? I guess we'll see. The legendary Pokemon in the Crown Tundra is called Calyrex, a psychic and grass type Pokemon. Do you want to explore the snowy landscape with a friend? The Crown Tundra will support co-op mode. This allows you and your friends to enter underground Pokemon dens. Oh, you just wait. This just keeps getting better and better. Down below, deep inside the caves, you may find legendary Pokemon from past games Dynamaxing before you. You'll be able to meet and make allies to lots and lots of legendary Pokemon. You even have the chance to catch these Pokemon during co-op play. Brand new, undiscovered legendary Pokemon are also waiting to be found. After you complete an expansion story, new battle challenges will await you. Both the Isle of Armor and the Tundra Crown will be huge maps to run around on. Kind of like the wild area in Pokemon Sword and Shield. You'll still be able to move around however you wish and move the camera. There will be more than 200 Pokemon species that you can find in these expansion pass areas. Of course, you can connect with other trainers and play with them too. Pokemon dens haven't gone away either. You can participate in max raid battles against Pokemon that haven't been in the previous Galar region's wild area. There's going to be more to see in these expansions than there was in the wild area. And if that hasn't gotten you hyped up yet, the Isle of Armor will be released June 2020, and the Crown Tundra will launch fall 2020. However, if you end up not purchasing the expansion pass, someone who does own it can trade with you the new Pokemon found in those games. Another method is using the Pokemon Home cloud service to transfer Pokemon. Pokemon Home, while we're on the topic, is set to be available February 2020. We're gonna reverse right back to Pokemon Sword and Shield. At the given moment, you're more likely to run into Gigantamaxed Colossal, Gigantamaxed Lapras, and Gigantamaxed Flapple, or Gigantamax Appleton in max raid battles. Later today, Pokemon Sword and Shield will be receiving a software update. Once you've updated your game, go to Wedgehurst Station. In Pokemon Sword, you'll find Clara, and in Pokemon Shield, you'll run into Avery. If that isn't strange enough, a Galarian Slowpoke will wander into the room, straight from the Isle of Armor. Galarian Slowpoke can evolve into Galarian Slowbro if you use a specific item found on the Isle of Armor. Or it can evolve into Galarian Slowking if you use an item found in the Crown Tundra. You can pre-purchase the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra right now for $29.99 US. If you pre-purchase the expansion pass, you'll receive new clothing items that are wearable, starting today. And with that update that we talked about earlier, you'll also be able to access the eShop from within the Pokemon Sword and Shield menu. See? I told you that would be a lot of info. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, share this recap video with some friends, and subscribe for more videos to come. Also, I know Copa took over, so click the link in the description to follow me on Twitter. That's where I've been posting saying that there's a new video. So go there, follow me, and make sure your notifications are turned on so you can still be aware of when I post. This took 8 hours to make. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to bed. Have a great morning or night wherever you're at in the world, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!